Sorry, I've had to complete this in two parts because I just got a scam call, of which I seem to get lots and lots of those here, more than I ever got in England when I lived there. And it ended my video. So this is part two. Continued on. Yeah, so it's really lovely here. Very green. My street seems to be very safe. My house is detached. It was very good value compared to what I sold my 3-bedroom condo for in Orange County, Southern California. I was able to buy a 4-bedroom house with a nice garden of its own and have change. So it is better value for money in New Jersey as against Orange County, which some people may be surprised to hear. I feel safe here. And my street is lovely. It's quiet. I have a Whole Foods at the top of the road. There is a Whole Foods in London, but it is mainly an American supermarket, grocery store, and shops within walking distance, which I've always seemed to do. That must be a bit of a London thing with me. I can drive into the city in 50 minutes, depending on the traffic. It's very stressful, actually, driving into New York City, I have to say. Once you get into the city, it's not too bad, but it's kind of leading up to it. It's like going over the George Washington Bridge, the Lincoln Tunnel. Oh, man. And my insurance for my car here is so expensive because a lot of insurance companies won't insure here. So I was with Allstate in Southern California, and they will not insure in New York and New Jersey. Do you hear? I nearly said it like a native. New Jersey. And I can kind of understand why. I mean, they're bad enough drivers in Southern California, but oh my God, here, they're frigging crazy. Everyone's so impatient. Beep, beep. You only have to do a fart. Beep, beep. It's like crazy impatient. I mean, I have seen crashes happen already, and I've not even been here 4 weeks. It's like, whoa, okay. So yeah, worse than London, worse than Los Angeles. Mad. So I will have to find a form of public transport to get into town because I don't want to be, though it's much cheaper to park in New York City than it is in London. So they are still ahead with that. That's for sure. Yeah, so now in Wayne, I think that people are really friendly here. I think they're friendlier than in Orange County, Southern California. So people always used to talk about people from Newport Beach, and all those sort of areas, like the Real Housewives of Orange County. And yeah, they're not very friendly, and they are up their own arse. And I know that I look kind of like an Orange County Californian woman, but I was never ever into finding a rich old man 20 years older than me. And it seems that a lot of them are like that, very, very superficial. There are places like that in Essex as well. But, where I used to live in Essex, very bling, very, oh, hello, how are you? Oh, look at my new Range Rover. Oh, my Louis Vuitton. The same sort of thing. But it was worse there because they really were very snotty. All the friends that I made there were not from Orange County. I dated one guy from Newport Beach. It was like frigging dating an ironing board. Rich, nice car, nice looking, but like dating an ironing board. So yeah, just they are a funny lot. But here, everyone so far has been really friendly, much more talkative. Where I am in Wayne, there is a lot of Italian people, there's a lot of Irish. So obviously my surname is Murphy. I'm used to the Irish generation of people. I love Italians. I was brought up in North London with three Italian families down my street. So love Italians, totally love Irish. And I have found that people are just much friendlier here in New York and New Jersey than Southern California, would you believe? So that's what I'm finding so far. Going back to the video I did and the surprising negative comments from Scottsdale, yeah, to that. So yeah, I don't want to live in Arizona. I don't want to live in Scottsdale. I love all parts of America, but I was so surprised at the negativity from people in that area that you can shove it, baby. So yes. We then went on to Dallas, and the lady there in Dallas that we stayed at was on an Airbnb. We were on a ranch, and she was so lovely. And she, you know, she had the full-on accent. She had cows, she had horses. What a lovely lady, so friendly. So then we went on to Memphis. Memphis was totally cool. We went down a little street that had all the bars, which was like the soul jazz kind of bars, BB King's, and I love soul music in particular. I love jazz, but I love soul, I love Motown. So lots of talented people there. And then we went on to Nashville. And I have to say that I think that I could live in Nashville. I could definitely have a go at learning a few country and western songs. But they don't just sing country there, they do rock and roll too. And there is a street called Broadway, but not the one in New York. And it is kind of like a country and western Vegas. So it's like a street where everyone is going to party, and if you've got a hen night or a bachelorette party or a stag do or a bachelor party, yes, there's groups of them. So noisy. So it's like a cacophony of sound, because where you might have a street, say for instance, in Tenerife, that's all bars with DJs and nightclubs. This is a street with all bars and restaurants, but with live bands. So it's not DJs, it's live music. So yeah, amazing, amazing. So Nashville was pretty cool. I'm going to go back in January actually, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, Nashville was really cool. I really recommend it to go for, you know, with your friends, partying weekend with a lover, you know, husband, whatever, wife. It's a really cool place. You're going to love it. Yeah, so that was Nashville. And then we went on to North Carolina, and we ended up staying in like a national park. So it was real foresty. I didn't even know where we were going, to tell you the truth. I just put it in Google, booked the Airbnb, and off we went. So that's where we did the white water rafts. You know, I can't say it was very, very good, very nature, very natural. And we did intend to stop in Washington on the way back, but we ran out of time because my younger son had to go and fly back to London. And so we had to miss staying overnight in Washington. So we did drive through it, because obviously Washington is an amazing city. You've got the White House, you've got like so many things. And yeah, but fortunately we can get a train from New York City to Washington. It's really easy, Amtrak. And I think I'll probably do that. And I'd like to take Cameron. I'd like to take Lewis as well if he comes over. That's my older son who still lives in Southern California, because it's so historical. And, you know, when you see these buildings for real, and you've seen them on the news for years and years and years, you're like, oh my God, there it is, there it is. So yeah, that's pretty epic. I did 3 auditions last week in New York. My fiance Jason came over to join me, and I don't know how he puts up with me, because he wanted to come in with me into the city on Friday for the audition, but I was all stressed out. Oh no, I must concentrate. I've got to go through my monologues in the car. And then I sort of felt bad about that. And I said to him, oh, if you do want to come with me, just bear in mind, I've got to go through my stuff in the car. And then of course, as soon as my audition was done, I'm like a different person, completely relaxed. And we went out for, I then put in a rooftop bar, because I love rooftop bars wherever I am, whether I be in Vegas, Paris, Monte Carlo, London. I'm into rooftop bars. I love bars with a view. And I love cocktails. So yeah, so I just put in rooftop bar. Unfortunately, where we were, which was just off of Broadway, Times Square, we came across this really great rooftop bar, amazingly lovely bar lady who had a timeshare in Pompano Beach where Jason has a house, where I was staying when I worked for the Florida Grand Opera, and we had a really great time. So that was really, really nice. So I'm going to try and do a city stay once a month, once every 6 weeks, because otherwise I know what I'll do. I'll just hibernate in Wayne, New Jersey, and I won't get to see one of the most amazing cities on planet Earth. So you've got New York City, you've got London, they've got to be the two. I know that Tokyo is supposed to be pretty epic now. I have been to other cities, Paris, Rome, but there's a lot I haven't been to. But New York and London obviously have got to be two of the best on Earth. There's no question of a doubt. I would really love to go to Sydney as well. I really want to see Sydney. Wanted to for years. So yes, that's it. Moved here, finally got here. Just thought I'd share my little comments about the comments I got on my road trip. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, sorry, sad people. Had to turn the comments off. And thank you, glad people, for the lovely things you put. And if you are interested in seeing our little road trip, then it's on my other YouTube channel. And I wasn't going to share that. I've also put some other things on there. I was going to do some talks about being a professional singer in my game, you know, being a West End performer, and I might do that again. I might pick it up and just chat about that, and about how hard it can be. It's interesting for young performers and young people to see how difficult it can be, how wonderful it is as well though. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and see you again. Bye.